our message is not just for us, for our families, for our community. It's للعالمين. Yes. So this is the message for humanity. And this is a great honor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I keep repeating this. The student who attended many of my classes, they know what I'm saying. I need you just for a second to try to imagine yourself zooming out of this earth. Zoom out. Yes? You can see the earth now like cricket ball. We are into cricket. Yes, Pakistani are. Then zoom out till you can't see the earth. Then you are into the galaxy. And from the galaxy, zoom out as well. You see the galaxy is like a speck of dust. And then you zoom out, you go into the whole universe. Then where are we on that map of the universe? You can't see yourself on the map of the universe. You can't see the Earth on the map of the universe. We can't see our galaxy on the map of the universe. Bearing this in mind, yes, the creator of all of this is Allah, and beyond. All of this and beyond is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes. And what do we need to do? We need to understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator. He sent the message to us. To me and you. Allah Azza wa Jal is addressing us. Aqim as-salah, establish the salah. Do good. Allah is addressing us, telling us what to do, what not to do. And who we are, speck on the map of the universe, less than that. And Allah is honoring us. You see, this is the bigger picture. When you imagine this, things can change around you. And the third thing he made, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in Medina, he wrote the constitution, which we call it now the constitution, as Professor Hamidullah, rahimahullah ta'ala, one of the top scholars in hadith and seerah and history and what have you. He speaks 7 languages. He's Pakistani origin. Be happy, guys. Yeah. So, Muhammad Hamidullah, he speaks French, German, English, Arabic, Urdu, Farsi, Turkish, Uthmani, and so on. Yeah, rahimahullah. He was a legend. So find his name and find his books. His books are second to none. He commented on the Constitution of Medina. He called it Constitution of Medina. The first constitution that's been written on earth, if you want. Nothing has been written before that. Magna Carta came 600 years after. Yes? So the first constitution in our terms today was Sahifatul Medina. Rasulullah has written, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, of course not himself, but his scribe, which we will comment on him later, inshallah ta'ala. The constitution is important because we'll see. Of course, all related, because you talk about the constitution is part of the political arrangement in Medina, but you need to know the overview of Medina and how did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam fix Medina. And there is the fifth side, which we should consider as well, the environment in Medina. He fixed the environment in Medina. They used to have a lot of sewer and stuff in the street. and it was full of diseases, the Medina. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked them to change the channels into somewhere else and to pave the way and created new landscape. And slowly, within few months, the shape and the feel of Medina changed. So he was concerned about the environment, alayhi salatu wassalam, and the water supply, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So he asked them to do some new water supplies to Medina, alayhi salatu wassalam. So yes, when we read about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we read about his character and so on. But there is another side to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the leader, the leader. So he was concerned about the environment, about the business, about politics, about preparation, and not only the mosque and the salah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you see this very concerned leader who's looking after his subjects, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So from yesterday, we mentioned the maqasid and the qiyam, the values and the sunnah. So and Rasulullah did apply this. We can see this in everything he's doing. He's applying this, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the model of Medina is the implementation of this in practice. The Medina Charter, or the Constitution of Medina, Hamidullah, rahimahullah, he commented on it, and many others, by the way. There are plenty of papers and commentaries on Medina Charter. And I have to tell you first, regarding the authenticity, how authentic? Is it authentic, or it has some doubts and stuff around it? Again, we have another study or studies on the authenticity of the Charter of Medina. Without doubt, the majority of it is not in one place. So you can find in Sunan Abi Dawood, you can find in the Sirah books, you can find in the history books. So in general, some of it has some weakness, and some of it is strong and solid. Overall, it's acceptable document. It is an acceptable document. Yeah. But the text in the document varies. Yes, because some of these texts which you read in the document, you can find in the books of the Sunnah. And we know the books of the Sunnah, like Abu Dawood and others, very highly authenticated, but not the books of the Sirah. The Sirah is not the same level as the books of the Sunnah. And this is another topic to go through. Yeah. So in this charter, we have the model of justice, pluralism, and shared responsibility. This is the charter. It's around 47 to 52 articles. Yes, it's longer than this. This is half of it. We have 47 to 52 articles in that charter. That's it. So it's around 2 pages or one big page. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam put all the Muslims in one circle, and he used the term ummah. Yes, so all Muslims, Muhajirun, Ansar, Aus, Khazraj, all of them are one ummah, unification of the ummah. Yeah, and he considered the other groups and tribes a different ummah. Yeah. But having said this, this charter makes all of them citizens. So they are responsible towards Medina. So this is, if you want, the first civil arrangement. So we are different, the freedom of worship. So the Jews can worship freely. Muslims, they have their worship as well. So this is the freedom of worship. And this is something very advanced to that very time. Yes, freedom of worship. And by the way, among the five classical maqasid, which we came across yesterday, number one, حفظ الدين, preservation of religion. Yes, under that you can find freedom of worship. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did recognize that we have Muslims and non-Muslims. So I didn't say, no, it's a Muslim country only, we kick everyone out. Yes? And it is considered the first constitution that been written at that time. If you want to search for the document, you can find it under Sahifat al-Madina or Wasiqat al-Madina. The new terms, which like Hamidullah and others use, Dustur al-Madina, which is equivalent to constitution. Yes, Dustur, which is a Persian word, but we use it in Arabic. You use it in Urdu? Dustur?
Yes.
The book island says Misaq.
Misaq or Wasiqa, the same. Misaq al-Madina, Wasiqat al-Madina, yeah, the same. As I told you, we have 52 articles in the Wasiqa, but the core of this Wasiqa, if you want, unity of the Ummah, number one, religious freedom, social solidarity, equality, civic loyalty, and the leader of Medina is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So any problem, anything which you cannot resolve, you refer to him. Both parties. Yes, and everyone agreed on this. So he is the point of reference, alayhi salatu wasalam, when they disagree on something. So he has the casting vote, as we say in the board meetings and so on. We say the chair of the board, he has the casting vote. Yes, you are familiar with these business terms. So it's a different thing, but Rasulullah ﷺ is the leader of Medina. And they agreed as well on financial contribution, that every group looks after itself. And he divided them into around 12 different groups. Every group look after themselves financially and so on. Unless we have a war, all of us should contribute to protect Medina. No one should give any privilege to Quraysh against Medina. Remember, that time Quraysh were the enemies. Yes? It's not yet conquered Mecca. It is the first year in Medina. So we have 8 years to reach conquering Mecca. Yes? So no one can give any privilege to Quraysh against Medina. Otherwise, it's a betrayal. And we'll see later when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he dealt with the Jewish tribes in Medina who betrayed him, betrayed the constitution. And some historians say, look at Rasulullah, he did kill his own people, they have a covenant together. Yeah, this very covenant they have betrayed. This is why they've been expelled from Medina for their betrayal. Have they followed and honored the constitution? Rasulullah will never betray them. They betrayed him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we have this صحيفة or وثيقة written in Ibn Ishaq, Ibn Hisham as well. You find it in Ibn Kitab al-Amwal by Abu Ubaid al-Qasim bin Salam, which is very strange to find it in that book, because Kitab al-Amwal, the book of finance, this is literally what it means. Abu Ubaidah, yes, he has written a book called Al-Amwal, finance. Very old book in the 2nd century Hijri. Very early, and it's been translated to English. It's useful book as a historical documenting finances and what have you. He included the charter inside his book. Yes, because it has link to finance and so on. Because it talks about financing Medina. It talks about financial responsibility, who pays what. Yeah, and these circumstances. And the scribe who wrote this document is the companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ubaidullah bin Abi Rafi'. I'm pretty sure you've never heard of him before. He's not well known, but he's the one who got the privilege to write this document. And as I told you before, there are plenty of researches and commentaries and analysis and critique as well to this document, from Orientalists to Muslim scholars to Muslims, non-Muslims, by the way, Arab, non-Arabs. It's been widely studied from different groups and different historians and professors and scholars. So it's a very rich document. Now, painting the picture about Medina and what Rasulullah did in Medina alayhi salatu wasalam, and this was the implementation of the maqasid and qiyam and sunan in application. Going to our reality, this is the core of our course. How can we activate this? How can we analyze what we need? And how can we improve our situation? So we need to do a diagnostic. So you can't prescribe a medicine if you are not a doctor, of course, yeah? So you need to do diagnostics. So this is our mission, to analyze the weaknesses, our strengths, the obstacles, the challenges, and so on. So Rasulullah ﷺ understood the fabric of Medina properly. And accordingly, he designed this document to bring all groups together. He can't establish such a document without a deep understanding. That I wish we have time, I can take you through the document. It's very detailed, very detailed. And when you read, it's Chinese to you and to me as well, because you don't understand who's this tribe and what's the link between this tribe and this tribe, and who's part of this tribe and who's not part of this tribe, and it will puzzle you. But with the commentary on the document, you can understand. It reflects a deep understanding of the fabric of the community. Yes, of course, Rasulullah wasn't from Medina, although his mother has relatives in Medina. Yes, so from lineage point of view, Rasulullah is connected to Medina, although Medina was not Medina, was Yathrib. Rasulullah changed the name of Yathrib to Medina. And Imam Suyuti wrote a special document, booklet, on those whom Rasulullah changed their names, whether places or people. A document, around 60-ish names. Yes? People or places. Rasulullah changed their names, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So among which he changed Medina, Yathrib to Medina, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So he wants, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, people to follow, in our terms today, the law. So he has written this document so people can follow the law. They have no law to follow. Yeah, they have the tribal law. He combined between the tribal law and the Sharia together, and the common sense that brings goodness to the community, that brings solidarity and social responsibility and cooperation. So from social point of view, we have this solidarity inside the community. Muslims, non-Muslims are supporting and helping one another. If we have any attack from outside, we are all one person defending Medina. If we have a war to start or to have, then we need to contribute financially all together. So everyone knows now, after this constitution, and of course it wasn't a hidden document and people were not aware of it. No, they have to come and sign, not sign literally, but to witness what is this about. Yeah. And Rasulullah did not, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, write this constitution or this document without their consent. It can't happen without their consent, because this is a social arrangement. Social arrangement needs consent. Any contract, you need consent. And this is on a bigger scale, the whole Medina. Of course, from the leaders of the tribes, they can get the consent. So Rasulullah got the consent from the leaders. So he has appointed leaders to different tribes. They have leaders, and those who have no leaders, he appointed leaders for them, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So instead of going and talking to the whole tribe, he will talk to the leader of the tribe. And they used to have a special time with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on a daily basis, like daily updates, what's happening, what they need, and what they want, and so on and so forth. And even Imam al-Tirmidhi in his Shama'il, he dedicated a special chapter on how did Rasulullah ﷺ divide his time in his house. When he goes home, how did he divide his time. One portion of his time at home, not in the mosque. This is in the evening. One portion of that dedicated for the leaders of the communities. They will come and update Rasulullah SAW, private time with him. And I was amazed. I've made a special presentation on that division of his time, والسلام. It's the time management, the prophetic time management. It's something else, so beautiful.